baddest thing on the track, man. Sambood. Yo. Man, you feel that? That funk, that groove. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Don't get mad cause I can tell your future. I throw the shells. It be realer than the Kama Sutra. What up, dog? You look hungry. Want some Ooka Nooba? Or go to your doctor, let him lie to you and get the booster. The booster? Yeah. You can't say that. Why not? Oh man, they gonna let them cancel you like that, man. Who cares? Take you off the social media airwaves. Who cares? What you mean? Who cares? What you mean? Who cares? You can't be talking like that, man. Yo, you reckless, man. I ain't listen, man. But just talk your ish. Alright. Talk your ish. Alright. You know what I mean? You know what? Talk your ish. Alright, for sure.
What's going on, everybody? It's your host, the Crypto Wonder. Hope you're doing well. And let's get into it. Now, it's just, these are very, not only interesting, but bizarre times in the market, in crypto. A bunch of events have been taking place, all at the same time. You don't know which way you're going, but if you're focused, you don't have anything to worry about. You could just look at everything for what and understand it is what it is. Look at everything for what it is. And that's it. If you're focused, you have nothing. This is just entertainment. This in a sordid way. But if you have your skin, you have skin in the game and you're doing things that matter to you and you're earning rewards and you're focused on that, then okay. But there's a bunch of stuff going on that's even affecting. It's just having, you don't know what type of long-term effects things can have when you talk about regulations coming down the pike. And blockchains like Ethereum 2.0 being compliant with OFAC, promoting censorship. And people pretending like that's not happening with Ethereum 2.0 and how you got content creators who are new talking about how Ethereum 2.0 is the best thing out because Ethereum has so much money behind it, not knowing what the heck they're talking about because people have been saying this about Ethereum for years before they merged. Got the fiasco with Sam Bank fraud. The young guy with the woolly hair, the young Caucasian, the white guy with the woolly hair. Lobbying, trying to kowtow to the government and tell the government, hey, listen, his entity, his company, FTX, is pro-regulations. Like, this is what he was about. Pro-regulations. To save the people from experiencing harmful, activities or from being the recipients of harmful financial activities that could take place from nefarious actors and behaviors. Meanwhile, FTX, come to find out, the same thing he was lobbying against to introduce regulation to control was the same thing he was doing. The same thing he was telling all these people in Congress, all these suits who don't give a crap about crypto. They don't give a crap about this market. They don't give a crap about giving the people their power. The same thing that this Bank Friedman, fraudman, whatever guy was lobbying to introduce regulation, to enact control, to try to sort of protect users from getting wrecked. He was basically wrecking all of the users at the same time. This is crypto. This is why I say, and I've been saying it, and it's true. It's ugly. It's really ugly in crypto. It's really dark. It gets dark in crypto. Like seriously, stop pretending. I know you want to act as if everything is kumbaya and everything is great sometimes, and we want to hold on to what's good, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we also got to understand. We also got to understand behind the scenes. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that takes place. There's a lot of things that occur that is not on the surface. And I'm talking about certain levels of impropriety that would make your jaw drop. And help you know that, oh, wait a minute, what did you get involved with? Well, crypto's here to stay. It's not just about what you got involved with, because the legacy system is all vilified and corrupt as well. It's all nasty because of what people have done with money over the decades, centuries. You don't think the fiat dollar bill is laden with the worst things imaginable that you can conceive and think of? Then what makes crypto any different? Just don't want to think about it because it gives you, you don't want to be uncomfortable. But then moments like FTX, moments like BlockFi, moments like Celsius, moments like 3 Hours Capital, moments like all these scams that have come and gone continuously occur. It's nothing new. This is regular. This is so regular. I'm desensitized to it. It's to the point with me personally, if I don't hear about a corporation or an exchange or some type of company or some type of founder every month or so get caught up in some type of expose or being scammed, or, company going to zero and rugging everybody, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel normal, because that wouldn't be crypto to me. That's how desensitized I am to this whole stuff, man. You come into crypto, you don't even know if the crypto you're dealing with, as far as whatever type of, especially if you're dealing with third parties, you're not even sure if what you rocking with will stand the test of time. I even saw somebody say that, don't be surprised if crypto.com is next to go, or KuCoin, or some other company or exchange or centralized entity. Don't be surprised, because then you know what? They're right. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised at all. Don't be surprised at all. A lot of people look for attention in the worst ways. A lot of people seek attention in the worst ways too, man. And utilizing social media. I guess because this is what social media has reduced us to become. It reduced us to a level where our worth is quantified by how many views and likes we get. Our value is measured by how many likes and views, right? That our posts or blog or whatever we put on social media would attract or garner. Why would an individual, and I'm not going to mention dude's name, but the guy suffered 2 major motor vehicle accidents in less than a year. Or I would say in a year's time. 2 vehicular accidents. And of course, you know, if you're a member of a community, you know, there will be some type of uh, outpouring of support, et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, you know, it also makes me think about, is this all for attention? Now, I'm not saying that a person doesn't go through hardship. And sometimes it's helpful to know, it's definitely helpful to know that people are in your corner, you know, praying for you, giving you well wishes and all. But is it really necessary to like put yourself out there like that? I guess it comes with the territory if you want to be in the forefront, if you want to be a popular person, if you want to be, you know, I guess it comes with that. But sometimes, you know, is there nothing sacred? You know what I'm saying? Like people do anything for attention. And then all the while knowing that you got the alphabet people running after you, trying to hound you and harass you because you talk about a certain crypto on online. You speak about it on, you use, you know, I don't know, man. It's a horse of a different color. And it just lets me know how still waters run deep. You know, you don't know what people are involved with. You don't know who's who out here. You really don't know who's who out here. And it goes back to the ever so wise and true and factual statement that I have to say again, that people are really going to have to understand by hook or crook and by default. Crypto is a solo sport. People are going to do what they got to do to get theirs. You're going to hear people, young people who just coming onto the crypto scene speak as if they are the authors of Bitcoin. They will talk to you with such confidence and mystique and charm to have you convinced that they practically were the founders of whatever blockchains that exist, because they will give you so much information and make you think that they are experts until you ask them questions, right? Because that's one of the best ways you can it's not even for the sake of challenging someone, but that's one of the best ways that you can gauge a person's knowledge base in certain areas. When you have questions, when they raise certain statements or raise concerns or raise issues or deliver information, and then you have questions regarding such information, and if those questions get skirted or avoided or deflected, that already tells you. I mean, I asked a question on a recent stream not too long ago, maybe a couple days ago, on a live stream, and I think I might mention the name, but not today. I might mention the name, but I feel like if I am, it's like I'm beating a child up. And I'm not here to bully. I'm not here to create, you know, chase fake clout and pseudo clout. First of all, I'm a person of a certain age, a man of a certain age. I have no time to have some type of fake beef on the internet with a soul. I don't have a time. Please. It's just about presenting information in a certain way to show opportunities to teach somebody something, to teach. Because after a while, you have to show people alternatives. You have to show them alternatives, or at least address a certain mistake that they've made and give them an alternative to that, or, you know, regarding whatever mistake that they could do next time to be better or to resolve or to just not repeat the error. Those of you who've been listening to me for a while, you know, the whole thing about Ethereum for me, like, you can't tell me Ethereum is becoming more of a better blockchain since Ethereum 2.0 came out. You can't tell me. You cannot tell me. If you know what you're talking about and you know about crypto and you're current, you stay abreast as to what's going on. You can't tell me Ethereum is better now that it's OFAC compliant than it was before September 14, 2022. You can't tell me it's better. by way of even in principle. You cannot tell me it's better because it supports censorship. Pure and simple. Forget about even the fees, as disgusting as they are. They're not as bad as they were last year. But the fact that this thing is tied to an entity that can basically block you from using that blockchain, to me, is disgusting. And folks don't care. They say that's where the money is at. This is where the money is at. So that's why they're going to continue to use that blockchain. That's where the money is at. Meanwhile, you got two other fork chains that is being treated like ugly stepchildren and ugly ducklings. Time will tell how those chains fare. You know, it's weird times. You got SEC, you got all kinds of court documents, you got things of like people being called out to trial from like scammers of the past. This one scammer from this DeFi community from like the 2019 days, 2018 and 19 days. All of a sudden now is being called to trial. Like, this is after BitConnect. Another one came out. This is ERC20. You know, promising people certain bots. You already know if you already know. If you know, you know. And then I'm hearing people who don't even create content are getting contacted by authorities or whatever. Like, even if it's the shakeout, it's the shakeout. If it's not the shakeout, it's not the shakeout. But guess what, man? If you're focused, all of that other stuff, how much weight should you really put on it? If you focus, you focus. You got something going on. If you're not, then you be scattered and caught up in the mania, in the hysteria, in the confusion, and trick yourself out of an opportunity to be balanced and then receive what you're supposed to receive in the future. You know what I mean? Like, enough is enough. Enough is enough with the games. Changpeng Zhao, Binance. I'm not crazy about dude. Never really was crazy about him, but it wasn't anything personal. It was just some of the things I question and how he deals with the affairs. But hey, to be quite honest, Binance so far, I mean, it looks like it's the number one exchange in the world. Came out in 2017. And Changpeng Zhao has sort of like appeared to be kind of like, okay, he's doing what he's doing. He's doing what he's doing. He's still here today. He's still got Binance Exchange. He's still got the token Binance. He has they basically jacked the Ethereum network virtual machine, and that's been doing very well, right? Pancake Swap, all that stuff he's doing his own thing. The STOs from 2000, when was that? 18. The security token offerings, I don't know how well those things turned out to be, but so far, he just carved out a certain lane, and he's respected for what he does. And hey, that's CZ. That's CZ. But you got scammers who are criticizing Sam. Like, when a scammer is criticizing another scammer, you know you messed up. You got that Martin Shkreli that bought the Wu-Tang Clan album, the album that wasn't supposed to come out for like 100 or 150 years. The guy who bought that album, for $1 million or $4 million or something like that. That dude was criticizing Sam. That guy who sold like pharmaceutical, he was running some type of pharmaceutical company, right? Something in selling these pills for astronomically high number, like one pill, which would cost less than $10. He was selling on the market for like upwards of $1,000+. Something real crazy. I don't know. He ended up doing time. I presume. I stopped following him because to me, he just seemed like he was just another type of like spoiled brat, right? This elitist wannabe spoiled brat trying to create some type of fuel to feed his narcissism at the expense of, poor people, like on the backs of poor people. And he's giving Sam advice, criticizing Sam on some others. Like, oh, nah, that's crazy. Duquan was on the stream too. I think maybe it was a meme. I don't know. Dude said something to Sam. I think it was a meme. Told Sam, jail is bad, but it's not the end of the world. Like, there's hope. Wow. But Sam's grill piece, his whole thing, his whole attitude and mentality, just everything he did and everything that we discovered of what was going on is just true to form. This is how ugly crypto can be, how ugly crypto can be. What is it I said in my live the other day? You have to learn to discern between truth and imposter. You have to learn to discern, to be able to identify between the real and the fake. And even the people that you might think are real, second guess and question them again and again and again. Because it's not about, when you're in crypto, you're not supposed to be trusting people with anything. You're supposed to really have trust in the blockchain, in the math, in the code, in this system right here that's supposed to be void of trusting another person. That's why they say no third parties. It's you, another person doing the transaction, and the blockchain is the go-between. The blockchain captures everything. It's not about trusting anything a person tells you of what they can do for you. If you could trust somebody, that's only a bonus. That's only a bonus, y'all. Gotta be careful out here, like for real. Gotta be careful. There's a lot of ugliness taking place. People that have been rocking in a certain blockchain or doing a certain project, or they're in DeFi dealing with certain smart contracts. You know what's very disappointing? Where, let's say you've been dealing with a blockchain project for a very long time. Unfortunately, the reality is the same success that you've garnered, another person, the same success that you've garnered within that specific amount of time, depending on how good your project is or isn't, will dictate if anyone coming after you, behind you, can duplicate your same success. That's what you got to learn. That's a jewel that I'm sharing with you because I feel like sharing today. Otherwise, I just keep certain things to myself. If you cannot duplicate the actions of another person who's been successful in crypto, dealing with whatever they deal with, then that should tell you right there to leave, to stop whatever it is that you're doing and do something else. And I'm not saying leave crypto. I'm just saying don't do whatever it is that you try to do and copy from somebody else who told you that they were successful doing X, Y, and Z. If you try to do the same thing they did and you don't yield the same results or better, there's something wrong. That's a fact. That's a fact. Sit. End of story. I don't care what it is that you're dealing with. I don't care what coin, what token, what smart contract, what platform, what DeFi, NoFi, CeFi, whatever you're dealing with. That's just a universal law. If you cannot duplicate the same activities that cause somebody else to be successful, so that you can become successful just like they have, or maybe even better, then there's a problem. There is a fundamental problem. Understand that you are being introduced to a scam. Understand that you are not being appreciated. You are not being helped. You're being taken advantage of. You're being manipulated. That's what y'all need to understand. You're being lied to. You're being used, hoodwinked, and bamboozled. And whatever you lose, you will not recover. Not trying to do the same thing, looking for a different result. And some people had to learn that the hard way. I picked up on that early in my crypto experience, early. But some people had to learn the hard way. And that's something that's still relative to this day. Just be careful, stay vigilant out here in these crypto streets, man. And live your life the best that you can. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.